book and wax friends. I am Amber. If you're new, welcome back. If you are returning, so glad to have you here with me for a bookish video today. Today is my TBR jar, picks my official books for the month of July. I always like to have an official list, but I am a mood reader as well, so I will pick books that are on the list, but I do my best to try and get to the ones that are available and on my July or whatever month I am in list. So I have my little bucket filled with a bunch of prompts, and I'm just going to tell you right now, if it is a seasonal, let's see, say I get a winter one that I pick out, I'm going to veto that one and pick a different prompt because I am not in the mood to read wintry books right now. It's all about the summer vibes. And so let's see what I get to. I have my TBR cart right here, and we always pick 6 books. So let's see what I get. So prompt number 1 is Marriage of Convenience, which is awesome. I just read a book that I think was Marriage of Convenience. What do I have that's Marriage of Convenience? Possibly the Starlit Prince is Marriage of Convenience. This is kind of, so I will go ahead and put this one on. Let's see, what else? No, I know that one isn't. River Enchanted, no. Let's see, any down here? Is that the only one that kind of is? You Deserve Each Other is about a wedding. I just don't know if it's Marriage of Convenience. They are trying to sabotage. So this one is kind of. Out of everything I have on here, I think these are the best options. This one is about a couple that are getting married and they find out that they can't stand each other, and so they're trying to sabotage their own wedding. And then this one is kind of Beauty and the Beast inspired. Let's see. Okay. So do I want a fantasy or do I want a funny rom-com is the question. I think I am going to go with You Deserve Each Other by Sarah Hoggle. Not all the way Marriage of Convenience, but close. I don't have any that is like super Marriage of Convenience right now. I just read one, I think. Didn't I just read one? I did. I feel like I did just read one that was Marriage of Convenience. Don't ask me to figure out which book it was, but I feel like I had one and I enjoyed it. And so, okay, we're moving on. So book number 2 is going to be this one. Let's see. A Book with Magic. Oh yes, I'm always a fan of that. I have pretty much almost every book that I could choose. We have, okay, I know these 2 off the top of my head. Wish You Weren't Here, Magical Realism. Miss Bunkle's book, Magical Realism. Let's see. I feel like A River Enchanted is possibly Magical Realism. Oh, Air of Storms. I know this has magic in it. It's like elemental magic. And it says magic, so that's a little different than Magical Realism. I think we're going to choose between these 3. Okay, so we have Wish You Weren't Here, which is about an English genie, kind of, that comes out of a teapot. Then we have Miss Bunkle's book, or Air of Storms. And Air of Storms, I feel like, is the one that has like the most like real magic in it. So I think we're gonna go with this one. I will read the actual synopses at the end. So stay tuned for that. Okay, so Arrow Storms, book with magic. Alrighty, next prompt is this one. I think this is one. Okay, a cover that matches the current season. All right, that's an awesome one. I have a few that do match the current season. We have A Summer of Dandelions, and then A Brighter Than Before. Then we also have, let's see, A Letter to the Luminous Deep. That one is summery as well looking. We have Beach Read, for sure, matches this season. And then I feel like, because it's hot out, we have Of Flame and Fury. That feels summery too. Okay, so we have 5 to choose from. So A Summer of Dandelions, which is adorable. I love this cover so much. It's so cute. I think I still want to possibly do that one. Brighter Than Before, new Courtney Walsh. I think I'm going to skip this one for now. Beach Read would be a reread, and so I'd rather read one I haven't read before. And then this one is probably the one stretching it the most, Of Flame and Fury, especially because I'm looking at it and it looks like there's actually leaves as well. I think it takes place at a school possibly. So that's probably more of a, although it doesn't mention school, I don't know. But I'm gonna put it back. That's all I know. Oh, right, so A Summer of Dandelions. This is by an author I've never read before. The cover is adorable. Or Brighter Than Before by an author I adore. I know which one I'm going with. I'm going with Brighter Than Before. I've been anxiously waiting for this book, and I want to make it a priority for sure. So, Courtney Walsh, Brighter Than Before. Okay, so that is 3. Let's see what else I get. Okay, this one is, oh, I don't know if I have this, by 2 or more authors. I don't think I have any that are multiple authors. Yeah, I'll have to do a different one because that one's not gonna work. Okay, let's try a different one. Okay, this is one. A book that was a contender for the last prompt. Well, I guess I'm going to go with A Summer of Dandelions because this was the other one that I had narrowed it down to. So that was a fun prompt. I like that one. So a book that was a contender is A Summer of Dandelions. So I've got a lot of cutesy romance type of books going on. So let's see if I can get maybe another fantasy, a classic. I have Adventures of Huckleberry Finn. I do want to read this summer. Okay, we're gonna go with this one. Featuring a celebration. Okay. I have no idea what one is going to be a celebration at all in any of these. Miss Bunkle's book, possibly? No. This one's hard because I don't know. Actually, this one might. The Faraway Inn by Sarah Beth Durst. I think, at least from what it looks like on the end paper, it looks like they go, well, it might just be a market. Let's see the synopsis of this one. No, I don't. That's hard. That's the hard thing, is you don't know necessarily from the books. I think I'm going to skip this one. It's not going to work because I just don't know if there's a celebration in any of these, honestly. At least not from just looking at them or reading the synopsis ones. So, okay. One just fell out. So I'm trying to, okay, let's do this. We're going to find a different one. What is this one? Oh, this is a fun one. Read the first sentence of 3 books and choose your favorite. All right, this is fun. Okay, what should I do? I'm going to do these, and then of these up here, what should I do? This one. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to choose between Wish You Weren't Here, Martha Wells' All Systems Red, and A Letter to the Luminous Deep. So let's start with this one. And let's see what and guess what? I do have my glasses, so I can actually read what it says. Okay, here we go. Okay. It says, Dear Scholar Clell, instead of reading further, I hope you will return this letter to its envelope, or better yet, crumple it into an abstract shape that might look quite at home on a coral reef. Okay. All right, so this is an fantasy epistolary type novel. So not the most exciting first sentence, but that's okay. Okay, we're gonna do All Systems Red. Let's see what this one is. Okay, first sentence. I could have become a mass murderer after I hacked my governor module, but then I realized I could access the combined feed of entertainment channels carried on the company satellites. Okay. That was a little more exciting than the other one. And then the last one is Wish You Weren't Here. This is Gracie Ruth Mitchell. So let's see the first. Okay, it says chapter 1, Clementine, which I love that name. It's so cute. On the coast of Massachusetts, tucked so close to the ocean that the whole town is in danger of sliding beneath the waves, there sits a little nook called Carousel Cove. Okay, well, out of those 3, this one was definitely the most exciting. So I'm going to go with this one. So Martha Wells, All Systems Red. The first book in the Murder Bot Diaries. So, and it's short, which is a plus as well. So I can get to other books. Okay, so there's that. So that's 5, right? Let's see. Move my hair out of the way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, one more, you guys. Hopefully it's a good one. Let's see what this one is. Nope, see, a fall word on the cover I'm not going to do. I'm vetoing that one. We're not going to do out of season books. I'm just not feeling that right now. Okay, the next one. Okay, this one might work. It says a springtime word on the cover. That's funny, we got 2 of the same ones. Although I don't really see any, ooh, don't want to ruin my mushroom. I don't see any that have a springtime word. River, I guess you could possibly, but I don't think so. Okay, we're not going to be able to go with that one either. All right. Let's try this one instead. Okay, a tropical cover. Do I have any that are tropical? Well, this one for sure. A Letter to the Luminous Deep is tropical because we're in the ocean. This is the only one, so this is the one I'm going to go with. So, A Letter to the Luminous Deep by Sylvie Cathrall. It's the most tropical cover out of everything that I have. So, awesome. Okay, let's read the synopses. Let's go over these all together. I think there's a good variety here. Okay, so the first one I got is You Deserve Each Other, which was a marriage of convenience, and it's a little stretching it, but I was like, I didn't really have any that were like purely marriage of convenience. So this was one that was the closest. So let's see what it's about. Naomi Westfield has the perfect fiance. Nicholas Rose holds doors open for her, remembers her restaurant orders, and comes from the kind of upstanding society family any bride would love to be a part of. They never fight. They're preparing for their lavish wedding that's 3 months away, and she's miserably and utterly sick of him. Naomi wants out, but there's a catch. Whoever ends the engagement will have to foot the non-refundable wedding bill. When Naomi discovers that Nicholas too has been feigning contentment, the two of them go head-to-head in a battle of pranks, sabotage, and all-out emotional warfare. But the countdown looming to the wedding that may or may not come to pass, Naomi finds her resolve slipping, because now that they have nothing to lose, they're finally being themselves and having fun with the last person they expect, each other. So I've heard it's so funny. I love Sarah Hoggle's Christmas book, Just Like Magic. And so I'm looking forward to that one. So that's that one. Then after that, I chose Era of Storms, which was for the prompt, a book with magic. So let's see what this one is about. Okay, Blaze, a rain singer, is born into one of the most powerful fire-wielding families in the Empire. Her birth summoned a devastating storm that resulted in the deaths of thousands, and she has spent her life as an outsider, reviled and feared. When Blaze and her twin brother, Flint, are selected to compete in the choosing right, the trials which decide the future rulers of the Empire, she's suddenly thrust into the limelight and into battle. Threats abound at the Golden Palace, where intrigue and romance await, but not one, but two handsome suitors, the enchanting crown prince and a dangerously alluring newcomer at court. So fun. I bet it'll be so fun. Okay. After that, I got the prompt, a cover that matches the current season. So I chose Brighter Than Before by Courtney Walsh. I'm so excited to get to this one. So this is about a girl. It says, after a woman, after a painfully public discovery shatters her marriage, along with her picture-perfect country club life, Claire finds herself suddenly single and facing a blank page for a future. On that page, she writes a simple list that reads like equal parts dare and daydream. Move to a new city, make a real friend, get a job I love, and she vows to accomplish every single one. Before she can talk herself out of it, she takes a step of faith, puts her old life in the rearview mirror, and leases an apartment in Chicago, the city that has always had her heart. This one step sends Claire on a journey of self-discovery, giving her the courage to conquer her fears one checklist item at a time, and showing her that life can be a whole lot brighter than she imagined. She rediscovers a love for baking, stumbles into new friendships, and even allows her daughter, Minnie, to create a dating profile and choose her dates for her. Perhaps the biggest surprise, though, is Miles, the charming off-limits neighbor whose kindness makes it hard to remember why he's off-limits at all. Sounds so cute. I'm excited. Okay, after that, for the prompt, a book that was a contender for the last prompt, I chose A Summer of Dandelions by Whitney Amazine. Such a cute cover. And this is about, let's see. It says, he needs to find a wife. She can't afford any distractions. After she's fired from her serving job and kicked out of her apartment by her temperamental roommate, Addison Ellsworth has run out of luck and cash. She can practically see her dream of winning the Miss Meadow title drifting away from her with the summer breeze. This is her last chance to win. No more excuses. No more distractions. Not even her ex, the host of the pageant, who's convinced Addison is still not over him. When a live-in nanny position opens up in town, she sends off a quick prayer and a pink resume, hoping the new job will be her saving grace. But Addison's answered prayer quickly transforms into an unexpected hurdle. Not only is her gorgeous new boss completely distracting, but single dad Perry Whitmore also happens to be the restaurateur who had her fired. Perry can't fire her from this job, though, because she's the only nanny his children get along with. Now he's forced to bring Addison and her contagious dimpled smile on family trips and pretend he's not attracted to her. With his dad retired and ready to move, he has 6 months left to get married so he can inherit his childhood home, the last place he had happy memories of his late mother. Addison might be the solution to all of Perry's problems, especially when she agrees to a fake relationship that could buy him more time and help Addison prove to her unbearable ex she's not only moved on, but upgraded. Now the only thing they have to do is ignore the annoying, sizzling chemistry between them if they're going to do what's necessary to finally accomplish their dreams. So this one almost sounds like it's marriage of convenience, but I think it's just fake dating. But I don't know. But either way, that's okay. So that was the next one. Then after that, I chose for the prompt of the read 3 book, the first sentence of 3 books, and choose your favorite. I chose All Systems Red, the first book in the Murder Bot Diaries by Martha Wells. And this is about, in a society where contracts are awarded to the lowest bidder, safety isn't a primary concern. On the distant planet, a team of scientists are conducting surface tests, shadowed by their company-supplied droid, a self-aware sec unit that has hacked its own governor module and refers itself, though never out loud, as Murderbot. Scornful of humans, all it really wants is to be left alone long enough to figure out who it is. But when a neighboring mission goes dark, it's up to the scientists and their Murderbot to get to the truth. So, could be fun, plus it's tiny, so that one will work out good, I think. And it's part of my TBR, my yearly TBR, so I really wanted to get to that one. Then after that, for my last one is A Letter to the Luminous Deep by Sylvie Cathrall. And this was for the prompt tropical cover. So this is definitely my most tropical of the ones I have right now. And this one, let's see. E is content with solitary life in her extraordinary underwater home until the discovery of a strange, beautiful creature outside her window prompts her to begin a correspondence with renowned scholar Henry Clell. The letters they share are filled with passion, at first for their mutual interests, and then inevitably for each other. But when a mysterious sea quake destroys E's home, she and Henry vanish. A year later, E's sister Sophie and Henry's brother Viren must piece together the letters, sketches, and field notes left behind and learn what their siblings' disappearances might mean for life as they know it. So, heard this was such a good read, and I'm excited to get to that one this year. So that's it, you guys. Those are the books on my official TBR. Have you read any of these? Let me know down in the comments. Or if any of these sound good to you, let me know that as well. I am excited. I think this will be a great list for the month of July. And as I said at the beginning, I am a mood reader, so there will be books that I pick up that aren't a part of this list, but I always try my best to get to these. So that's it. Thank you so much for spending some time with me. I appreciate you guys so much. Please like and subscribe if you'd like more book and home fragrance content from me. And until next time, you guys, have a wonderful rest of your day. Take care. TTFN. Ta-ta for now.